Today we're getting into journaling for self-reflection. Welcome to Transform Perspective. I'm Kyrah, here to guide and encourage others to have a transformed perspective as we evolve on this journey called life. I have not said that in so long because I haven't made a journal video in I don't know how long. And that's because I've been busy creating my own journal. This is Guided Mind, which is a 3-part self-reflection journal. And yes, it is guided and undated. And it will be launching and available for you to purchase June 14th on Etsy. So definitely stay tuned for that. I will have all the information in the description below. But June 14th, you will be able to purchase this journal. But until then, I wanted to make a video about self-reflection, how you can journal for self-reflection. So let's get into that. But before we do, don't forget to subscribe to Transform Perspective. Like this video if you enjoy it, share, and also don't be afraid to comment below and let me know what you think about some of these prompts and tips and some of these things that we're going to be getting into. So yeah, definitely do that before we get into it. And here we go. So the first journal that I've ever created is for self-reflection. And that is because I feel like self-reflection is one of the most important things that you can do as a way of getting to know yourself, learning about life, growing. Healing is really just reflecting, because a lot of the times we may not stop just to get to know ourselves or reflect on how far we've come and what we've learned, the lessons and stuff along the way. Or like I said, even just things about ourselves that seem small, but can actually mean a lot and help you, on this journey called life. And so I really wanted to make my journal about self-reflection and really make it personal so you can really dive deeper into your inner world, into your spiritual and emotional well-being, and really just prioritize your mental health as well by reflecting and taking time to get to know you. So when it comes to self-reflection, you may not know exactly where to start, especially if you've been avoiding diving deep and learning about yourself. This could be new. Maybe you're coming back to prioritizing yourself and your inner world and learning about you. So some tips for self-reflection would be, number one, journal. Now, Guided Mind is going to be the perfect journal for self-reflecting because it has 3 sections and it has daily reflection questions. It also has mindfulness prompts, and there's free space for just free writing, for brain dumping. So get in a journal like Guided Mind, or go ahead and purchase Guided Mind so you can set aside time daily to just spend with yourself, to write about how your day went, how you're feeling, maybe some things come up from the past, or there's some goals, for the future, and you just want to reflect on these things and learn about yourself. Write it down. Regardless of if you have this journal or a blank journal, a piece of paper, whether you do a voice memo or do a little video message every day, set aside time daily so you can just reflect. Check in with yourself. My second tip would be to get out in nature. I feel like getting out in nature and getting some fresh air is the perfect way to allow yourself to just think, or not think, step out of your mind and just be in the moment. Or also just, observe your thoughts and see what's going on, observe your emotions, observe and see how you're feeling inside. And the best way to do that is getting out in nature or having some quiet time. I recommend getting some fresh air, of course, the best way that you can, whether that be going for a walk, going to a park, sitting in your backyard, sitting on your front porch, going to the beach, whatever that looks like for you, wherever you are. Go get some fresh air, because that will allow you to reflect and let things just come up naturally. It's not anything that you have to force or dive too deep into or just be stuck in the past or your emotions, but it's good to just be aware of, to observe, and just to sit with yourself sometimes, especially if you have a busy life and a lot of things going on. It's good to say, hey, I'm gonna get some fresh air. I'm gonna step away from the technology, from the phone, from work, from this, that, and the third, and just sit with myself. So the third tip that can help you self-reflect is do things that you enjoy, do things that you did in your childhood. Really connecting with that child self, that inner child, will really help you, just get in touch with maybe aspects of yourself that you've forgotten about. As we get older and as we grow and we step into these new chapters of our lives, we can forget where we started, or some things that we like to do, or things that we didn't like. And it really helps us learn who we've become, and who we are. Maybe you're not that smaller child anymore, but those aspects of your kid self still lives within you. So I think doing those things that you did as a kid, childlike things that you did in your childhood, will really help you kind of connect with yourself and reflect, because we can often forget about these memories and these things. And even looking at old pictures or listening to a song of yours, like a throwback or something, just really getting into, what you did as a kid, tapping into that inner child and really just playing, going on adventures, and having fun with that. Now let's get into the journaling tips before we get into the journaling prompts. Of course, the first thing you're going to need is something to write on and something to write with. Of course, I'm going to tell you right now, Guided Mind is going to be the perfect journal for you to come to daily, to reflect each day, even if it's just for 5 minutes, So have a journal of your own, something like this, where you can reflect and come back to it each time. If you don't have a journal, or if you don't have a guided journal, you can always, like I said, write it in your phone, your notes, or do a voice memo, or even just get a sheet of paper or a sticky note, but have something to write on, something to write with. Another thing that you want to have when you're journaling is patience with yourself. You want to have patience, taking your time to allow whatever to come up, without judgment, make it a safe space, and just be patient. It's not that you have to dig and get everything out now that's, buried deep down within you. You do want to just allow yourself to flow and connect with yourself as long as you need to, and then move on from there. But definitely don't put any pressure on yourself or any judgment. If that does come up, let it be, observe it, and then let it go. Let it come and let it go as it pleases. So that's another tip. Patience. And as I always say, make sure that if you have a journal or something that you're writing with, or writing on, make sure you put it in a safe space, so no one has access to it, because it's personal to you and it's about yourself. This is your time to be open and honest with yourself. So make sure you put your belongings in a safe space where you can always come back and find it. You don't lose it or anything like that. Also, if you would like to pause the video and write these prompts down or write with me as I go along with this video, feel free to do so. If not, all of the prompts will be in the description below. So feel free to do either or, whatever calls to your heart. Now, some of these journaling prompts, I think about 3 of them, are actually from Guided Mind. I have mindfulness prompts. One of the sections is mindfulness prompts. It has over 60 prompts, okay? And so I decided to grab a few from Guided Mind, and so there will be 3 of the prompts from this journal in today's video. The first prompt is, what do I prioritize in my life and why? This is a really important question, because sometimes we can lose sight of our priorities, especially if it's putting other people, other things, work, money, expectations, just, getting lost in the sauce and the busyness of life. We can lose sight of our priorities. So it's really good to check in with yourself and say, hey, what am I prioritizing? And then look at why. The second prompt is, what scares me the most? Now this one may, be a very deep one, because sometimes we don't like to face those things that are really scary, or we may not even be aware of it because we avoid it or don't look at it or don't even know. But I feel like this is a great question to really dive deep and see, okay, what scares me? Because it can tell you a lot about yourself when you ask questions like that. And it'll allow you to, learn something new about yourself if you didn't know it already. Third prompt is, what was the best part of today? So this is kind of a self-reflection question for your day. How did your day go? What was the best part of it? You can also add why, but it's up to you. But just check in with yourself for today and focus on something positive. What was your favorite part? Number 4 is, what is your favorite song right now? I love music, and it can be hard to kind of figure out what's your favorite song, especially if you're listening to music all the time. But what's a song that really just brings you joy or makes you feel good? It doesn't matter the genre or how old it is or how new. But what is that song that you just really like right now, that you keep, replaying, that you listen to in the car, in the gym, or on a walk, or, whenever you have some free time? And then number 5, the last prompt, is a fill in the blank. It is, I could take better care of myself by ... So how can you take better care of yourself? How have you been maybe neglecting yourself in some areas within yourself or in your life? Really just kind of pause, take a few deep breaths with this question and see what comes up, and then write it down. So those are all the prompts that I have for today. And 3 of those are from Guided Mind, which you probably won't know unless you purchase it. But I do have some good news to share, and that is I have a new freebie. And in order to get that new freebie, you do have to sign up in the description below with that free 15-minute guided meditation. Once you sign up to be on the email list, I will definitely send you that freebie. And that is a page of prompts from Guided Mind. So if you like these prompts and you want some more, I will definitely send you that freebie, which is a page of mindfulness prompts from Guided Mind. So if you like self-reflecting, you want to get into it more, definitely check it out in the description below. If you have already signed up to be on my email list and you already received your 15-minute guided meditation for deep relaxation, I will be sending out this freebie very soon to all of you guys who have already signed up. And if you haven't, definitely check it out in the description below or email me and I can give you that freebie. So yeah, I'm excited to see how y'all feel about this journal, how your journey of just going within and prioritizing yourself, your mental well-being, spiritual well-being, emotional well-being, all those well-beings is going. Definitely share in the comments below if you want to just say anything else about this journey that you've been on, about life, about yourself. It is a safe space, a free space for you to share. Don't forget to share this video as well for anyone who you think will be interested in this journal or some of these prompts and tips that we've discussed today. And like this video as well as subscribe to the channel. Follow on Spotify, on TikTok, as well as YouTube. And then also my Etsy shop will be up. I will have the link for that in the description below, but the launch is not until June 14th. So this journal, Guided Mind, will be launching June 14th. On my Etsy shop, which is now available in the description below. So you can definitely check it out ahead of time, but the launch will be June 14th. So stay tuned, and if you have any questions, feel free to email me, comment below, and yeah, stay tuned for more updates as we are leading up to the launch. And remember, it is not about perfection, but committing to expansion. Have a transformed perspective.